Hi, my name is Oosterhuis, and I'm a recent graduate of the University of Minnesota in Spanish Studies. And during my undergraduate experience, I studied abroad in Ecuador. I went on the MSID Ecuador program, and MSID stands for Minnesota Studies in International Development. And my program was very unique in that it was divided into two parts. So for the first half of the program, I lived in Quito, Ecuador with a host family and attended classes at Fundación CIMAS. That was the name of our school. And in that school, I took classes in Spanish, brushed up on my grammar skills, and I learned about Ecuadorian history and culture. And then for the second half of the program, I chose to do a research project in Tupigachi, Ecuador, which is about an hour north of Quito, up in the Andes Mountains. And for my independent research project, I chose to explore how the Ecuadorian cut flower industry, which is primarily roses, impacts women's empowerment in rural areas. So the city or village that I lived in has one of the highest concentrations of rose plantations in the world. And women have been significantly impacted by this new industry. So I did field interviews, did a lot of writing and exploring this topic, and produced a research project. But what I really learned throughout this whole experience is how to connect with people across cultures. So I lived with an indigenous host family who was amazing to me. They cooked great food and helped me really integrate into the Ecuadorian culture. I came to cultural events. I spent a lot of time hanging out with my family around the dinner table and created such a memorable experience that I'll never forget. I would say that studying abroad in Ecuador or in any country is something that I would recommend to all students, as it was the most impactful and memorable part of my college experience. I have gained so many skills, not only in Spanish communication, communication across cultural differences, but I've learned how to advocate for myself and be an independent learner. So I would highly recommend studying abroad to everyone, and it really made my Spanish studies major come to life. So I thank everyone who has helped me through this process, and for all the donors and scholarships that have made this financially feasible for me, because I wouldn't have been able to go without that. So thank you very much, and Skayuma.